David Charrier.
Mr. Mulqueen, what's
How are
up?
you, man? How are you? You good?
I'm doing it.
Ça va?
Excellent. Ça va bien.
Ça va bien. Yeah, I'm good, man. We're back. Family episode.
Family episode.
Just you and me.
I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, me too, man. It's been cool.
Yeah.
We have
Love
to,
this format.
we have to shout out too, though, everyone watching and listening and following us on social media. It's been a very cool little. We're building a cool little audience so far. I like it.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for that.
Yeah, for real. And so we said it before, but the goal of these is just me and Dave sitting down, answering your questions, your comments, and all that stuff on from social media, email, YouTube comments, whatever it is. So yeah, man, I'm excited. The next batch.
I'm excited too. Yeah, let's go. And I like the fact that, and people need to know that we don't prepare anything. We want some fresh answers and yeah.
Yeah, I put it up for our story, and then I'm just reading off the screenshots of Instagram, and I think there's 2 emails. So,
Okay.
So yeah, we'll do like 4 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
But the first one from MK Sunny Day says, "Wow, this podcast is awesome. Thank you." Question: How do I get started on handpan?
That person already have the handpan, right?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. It says
Okay,
how to.
No, sorry. I mean, should we start with the buying, the purchase, or?
I mean, it just says how to get started on handpan, so I guess all of it. Right?
Yeah, let's go maybe with the buying, and then once you have it, what should be your first steps, first things to do? The buying. You want to go?
So we kind of answered a little bit, kind of similar to this in the first one with just kind of your preference. But how to get started on it would be, I mean, if I can go back, I think I would, tell myself to because in the beginning, man, it was just like whatever instrument you could get. That's what I would get. Like I don't even care what it is. I just want it so bad. But so to her, it's to this question, I think think about what kind of captivated you to the instrument, what made you interested in it. If it was somebody playing like a D minor, super, straightforward stuff, then look down that way. If it's something a little more, the exotic scales and something really unique to the music you like, then look down that way. And the way to purchase it, I mean, have a budget.
Have a budget,
but don't.
Don't rush.
Yeah, don't rush. But it's also too. The instruments are. I mean, they're all handmade, so I'm not saying they're too expensive, but for a really good instrument, it is pricey. I mean, for most people,
it's quite a budget,
us included. $1,000 to $1,200 is that's a big purchase. You know what I mean? Like that's a sizable. It's not just getting a cup of coffee.
That's a purchase you need to talk with your wife.
Yeah, but but I think quality is a big thing. If you spend a bunch of money on something that you haven't seen people play and you haven't seen really good reviews on, not Amazon reviews, not like community reviews on a builder, but I would expect to a solid entry instrument would be somewhere around $1,000. If you're in love with it, then you get into the upper echelon and the you have more of a choice, but have a budget, know the scales that you kind of like, shop around for reputable builders, and that's the buying. At least just try your hardest not to get scammed. If you have any hesitations, ask somebody. Now it's the community is large enough where you can you could definitely ask somebody and someone will know. So
I think it's pretty like other purchase. Don't rush. Go online. That's funny. When you're locked outside of your door, your apartment, and it's late at night, you go on Google and you just click on the first link. Like you want a guy to open your door. You don't do searches. You just grab the first one. No matter what the price is, if you're locked, outside. But here, do not be attracted by the first link. You see online, because maybe some people, they have poor quality instrument, but they have quite a budget to put on Google Ads, and they rank first on Google. So, okay, just sort them out, listen to the brand, make sure it's a brand that is reputable, that you see some good players, great known players playing it. Look at the comments, look at the pictures. If you have different pictures, and you will feel it if it's kind of a scam or a brand that is quite unknown. And so, like any other purchase, make sure you have some reviews, make sure you the builder is good. And we have our Facebook groups, handpan instruments, handpan world, whatever.
I mean, there's even like a swap and sale group too, where people selling.
Drop a questions. The community is really eager to answer, and we have some very we have people with a lot of knowledge online. They would help you on that. So don't rush, and note the brand. You'll see some brands that are coming back and back again, and then you won't do any mistakes. Scam are out there, and so double check everything. And
I think too, it's we're kind of in this neat place now where there are builders in a lot of different parts of the world. Like when we first started, there was only a couple of places that people were building instruments, where now there might be somebody building fairly close to you, like wherever you live. I know at least here, like, I'm lucked out. I have John from Aura Instruments is 20 minutes from my house. And then, there's a bunch of really good builders in the States and, all over Europe. So depending on where you are, there might be somebody even close to where you live that you can go to the workshop, try some stuff out. But to Dave's point, just don't rush into it. It's, there are scams. There are scams aplenty. So just be careful.
Yeah. And if you're on Craigslist, I think that's your stuff in the US. We have Le Bon Coin in France. If you're on this kind of website, ask for photos, videos, everything. Like, can you play it? Telling me the date of today? Hey, today is...
Hold up the newspaper or whatever.
Exactly. You remember in the old days.
Did you ever sell on Craigslist or La Becoin?
Le Bon Coin, for sure. And people, like, if you really have the instrument, I used to ask a guy, can you take a picture of the instrument with a spoon on it? Just making sure the guy has the instrument and is able to bring me that that video. And talk with the guy, talk with the people. Make sure you have them online, and you will feel it when it's a scam. The guy is not really from there, but my aunt, I don't live there, but
my friend has it in this, but you have to pick it up.
Kind of story,
Man, when I was, I think I was in college still, and I sold my second ever disco harmonico, and I sold it on Craigslist, and to somebody wanting it, close to me, and like I was like 20 years old in school, and like I think I forget how much I sold it for, but I was like, I'm going to meet this person for like a fairly large amount of cash. Like, this is a little sketchy. So the genius brain that I had in that moment was like, who's going to hold somebody up, like rob somebody in a bank parking lot? They have cameras. Nice. There's all this. So I was like, let's meet at a bank.
Very smart.
See this? Meanwhile, really I'm like, still could have been, killed or whatever. Like cameras. But, so, try to avoid a Craigslist, but.
And if you ever see an instrument, listen, for example, if you see a brand new iPhone 13, 14, never opened, still in his back end for 200, that's a problem.
That's probably didn't just fall off of a truck.
So, and it's the same with the handpan. And also make sure, guys, you're not, sometimes some scammers, they put a video of another instrument. So if it really sounds super nice, sometimes they even use our pictures. My picture has been used on so many websites, and David Cookerman and other guys, or Sam Mayer, whatever. So double check, keep that in mind. Ask the community, because it's still a market a bit strange.
Cool. Good.
That's
good
for
question.
the buying. Good question. And maybe then we can answer these first steps.
Oh, here we go.
Once you have it on your lap.
Oh, wait, no. Here's a good one. This is from her then. Dave, Do you know of any good learning platforms for a beginner handpan player?
Oh, yeah. That's the best ever questions you've ever asked. That's the most amazing.
Yeah. Well, don't add, it's her. It's MK Sunny Day. So,
but actually, you know what? And to be really honest, I wouldn't tell the person to jump right away on an online platform, learning platform,
experiment
or
for
even
yourself first.
Lose yourself with the instrument.
Yeah.
Because and try to find how to make it sound, explore it, like it, enjoy it, and do not start already with, because when you have a teacher, an online platform, whatever, this directs you somewhere, in a way. So make sure you have this time alone, exploring and enjoying, and then Master the Handpan is really the next step.
It's
I'm only kidding.
But I think it's really valid too, man, because I like, even like at the festivals and stuff, like we get asked to teach workshops and it's great, but to me that's like super stressful because I don't want to ever like steer somebody down the wrong way or whatever. But so like beginner workshops for me are way more intimidating than like the intermediate and advanced, because I just don't want to, like, if somebody's having a blast doing their own thing and like this is how, and then they have me, here's how you do it, and it's not how they were doing it. It's like I just feel it's like stressful. So definitely play around with it for before you jump onto a course or learn it from a teacher. Just kind of see what happens when you try first, and then
and you will
elsewhere.
also understand your needs. Like, okay, my problem is my left hand, or I don't have any rhythms, or I cannot make it sound, or and so it's nice. Let's say take your 50 hours on the instrument and
let's
then
see what else.
Move on.
Cool. Next one. Thank you for that question. The next one is from think.bemindful. How fast is the handpan community growing? I would say
community growing.
I would
How
say,
fast?
Yeah, I would say very fast.
Very fast.
Very fast. Yeah. And I think it's interesting now because the community, like, you might not see like numbers of players jumping all that much right now, but I think with a lot, people getting more notoriety and more, they're more popular and all that stuff, there are more people who are aware of the instrument. Like the kind of the seed has been planted somewhere, to for their interest and all that stuff. So I think it's growing very quickly, with players and builders. But I think there's also going to be like this kind of secondary wave, in 6 months to a year from now, where we really start to see, more players because more people are just aware of it. When I play live shows, I used to do, I still do it, but when you say, does anyone know what this instrument is? And 2-4 years ago, I would say 3 to 4 years ago, really, you get like one hand up in the audience, two hands up, and now most people have seen it from YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram or whatever. So I think it's growing very fast.
Very fast. And bro, I have so many nice anecdotes. Anecdote? Basking in the streets. I used to pay my rent basking in the street. Or, sometimes just Ryanair going to London, Camden Town or Covent Garden, just playing outside. And I was making hundreds in a few hours. And these people passing by the instrument, shocked, like, what is that? How does it work? Where can I buy one? Or just people shocked, sitting down, people crying, everything. And now it's that instrument from Switzerland or from Park Güell in Spain, because they used to have David Goldschmidt playing over there so many times. So in Europe, everyone went to Barcelona.
School,
everyone who went to Barcelona used to hear David Goldschmidt playing.
That Circles album. Remember that one from him?
Oh yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah, and with his white gloves and stuff.
Yeah,
and
white gloves.
And he was. And nowadays people don't even stop. Yeah, it's this UFO thing. And they know the name. Yeah, handpan. Yeah. And now they used to say hang. But now in the street, they say handpan. So it shows that.
I had a dude at a show recently. He said, "Hey, man, are you affected by all that the lawsuits?"
Ooh.
I was like, Are you in the, how do you know this? And because do you remember like Bloomberg wrote an article about, like there was a Bloomberg article about the lawsuit, and I guess the guy had read something. I was like, how did you know that?
Yeah. And bro, look at this.
Move it back. Okay.
Okay. So this is, I'm on Google Trends and I put handpan, search term, interest over time.
Yeah. Is how long is that for? A year? Is that more than a year?
2004.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Till today.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it's growing.
Yeah, for sure. It's exciting though, man. A lot of new people, a lot of interest and all that stuff.
Countries and stuff. So yeah, Google Trends tells you that people are Googling the word handpan.
Yeah. Good question. Very good question. Excellent. All right, let's go to Matt something with an H. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. What are the types of negative comments that get to you?
Sorry, I want to make sure I understand the question.
So what are the negative comments that bother you?
When I read that bother me because personally?
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's just the question, the sentence is, what are the types of negative comments that get to you? Okay.
So I think I'm going to develop it in two ways. What bothers me, like personally, I feel, or kind of comments I read and I feel like it bothers me. People like acting like this. You want to start first?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, mine are,
gather my ideas, but I have some stuff
mine
to
are
say.
pretty simple. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't like, I go through, I have like an hour of my day that I dedicate to like answering emails and comments and I try to answer all of them. Like I really try, but I mean, there's some people who, they're not exactly the nicest. So it's, you're kind of, damn dude, like I didn't want to read that to start my day. But I don't know, to me, man, it's, any of the comments that are like, just kind of talking bad and especially like the you don't deserve this or like the attention stuff, like anything like I don't know, man. It's like the attent, like the I'm trying to think of like the best word for it, but it's like thinking that we don't deserve the attention that we're getting. Yeah. And it's like I don't know, man. I mean, as musicians we miss a lot of stuff and we work a lot of sleepless nights and we travel and so I think everything that you and I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure it's the same for you. But like, I'm really like, I don't have the biggest audience or the biggest following, but I'm really proud of like what I do. And so when you read comments that are like, look at this guy, like this, he doesn't deserve it. This is it's the same stuff. It's like, first of all, it's not the same. Like I work really hard on not playing the same stuff. So the comments like that kind of they I don't read them very much anymore. I don't really read the negative stuff. I'm like, that's their issue. But anything that's you don't deserve what you have, because it's like, man, we sacrifice a lot to even get this far, so screw you.
I really agree with you. For me, what bothered me the most is when it's short and mean. And when there are no nuances. Let me give you an example. You go on MasterTheHandpan, whatever, and it happens that sometimes we have bad comments. 99% of the time it's awesome comments, but
you remember that 1% of the time way more.
And this one kills you. Now, for example, this is not how we learn handpan, or we don't need courses, or you don't need a teacher to play. Yes and no. And could you nuance your answer? Maybe you want to address the fact, as we said earlier, that it's nice to start on your own. You don't need to play. But like, the guy, he just know that it's going to be mean and, for me. And I'm like, just nuance. But I like when someone tells the whole thing, like, for me, we shouldn't blah 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 because of A, B, C, D, and the guy, he took time to think what he's writing, and it's the same if he doesn't like something, if he tells why. Like, I don't like this music because it's not my taste, or because for me it sounds too whatever, simple or weird or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But when it's short and mean, and you see that the purpose is to hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like malicious intent. Yeah, it's not
malicious or no nuances. I don't like when there are no nuances.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, man. It's at least for like when I think about like the negative comments and stuff. Like, you know, you and I talk all the time. The other, like, the major players of this instrument, we talk most of the time, and no one's saying bad stuff. You know what I mean? It's like the people who I affiliate with and like to affiliate with, you know, we're all there to kind of bring each other up. You know, like
exactly.
You don't want to be the best because everyone else sucks. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be the best because everybody's great, and like you're pushing yourselves and all this kind of stuff. So the people who are writing those kind of comments, you know, it's like, you know, it's not helping anybody. You know, if you really feel like
it's not building,
dude, and it's if you really feel like you need to do that for whatever reason, like that's you know, that's on you, man. Because, you know, we're trying to do better stuff here. You know, so
exactly, and you know, some people. So I think there are truth in every mean comment in a way. You know, like, and I try when I'm well disposed and well to okay, so this guy is saying that, why, and I want to understand, and I think I can learn, and maybe something is true but not said correctly,
right?
And I think also, oh wait, I have a blackout. Go ahead. I'm coming back in 20 seconds. I need to plug myself.
But plug yourself in. But I think probably the last thing that I have for this is, you know, we, especially as artists, we put our stuff out there for people to listen to and to, you know, ultimately to judge. So, you know, you understand that not everybody's going to like it, and that's fine. But if you know, but if you want to, you know, kind of be an ass about it and just try to hurt someone's feelings or discourage people from doing stuff, that's where it just kind of pisses me off, you know. But the other stuff, I'm like, listen, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine.
Yeah. And also, that's what I wanted to say. If you are online, but that's what happened. Yeah. What happens? You have good and bad comments. That part of the game. Don't go online if you fear to have bad comments. And why would you receive the good comments and not the bad ones? You're online. You're someone putting things out online. Why? Yeah. Because we want people to hear, to comment. And so there's a spot to comment everything. So if you put something out, just be ready for those comments. Yeah. And I think with time, you learn to step back and to, you know, to... Yep. And to be
have confidence in what you're doing.
That happens, And I think as long as you know why you do things and you feel okay with that, you can handle those bad comments. And, but let's try to see the truth in every bad comments and maybe to answer and to, I like to answer. Yeah. These bad comments also to,
Yeah. Well, we hope that you're not getting too many bad comments there, Matt H, but that's how we deal with them. So
The Handpan Show is brought to you by Master the Handpan, the world's largest online handpan educational platform. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced player, or want to learn from one of your favorite players, Master the Handpan has everything you need to improve your skills and have fun. Feeling lost while searching for your first handpan? Master the Handpan has you covered with our one-stop marketplace, connecting you with reputable makers to find your perfect instrument. Join our thriving community of over 15,000 handpan players and share your passion with like-minded handpan enthusiasts. Master the Handpan. Learn fast, have fun.
From Jolie, I'm guessing it's a pal of yours, right? Jolie, that's a super common French name, right?
Jolene.
No, not lean. E-I-E. Jolie.
Jolie? Oh, means sweet, means beautiful. Yeah.
There we go. Jolie asks, can you give tips for recording an album, please?
Are you not recording right now?
I am. Yeah. That's I'm in the middle of it. Tips for recording an album. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's a bunch, but pre-production will be your very best friend. It doesn't need to be Logic sessions and it doesn't need to be everything, whatever. But if you have just a list of you know, the BPM of this song, the parts written out, and you know, like what you're actually recording. I think that's a big help. Also, the like knowing that you have material to record, that you've practiced a bunch, you know that you like the parts, and you know that you like the transitions, and you know, basically don't rush it. You know, if a song is not ready to be recorded, you can always put it out later. But albums are cool, man. I know we're all straying, like the streaming world is kind of going all towards singles and a couple of releases, but you know, I still like recording. You know, the one that I'm recording now, it'll end up being like 12 or 14 tracks, you know, and it's just exciting. Nice. But tips would definitely be know what you're going in there to record, you know, the songs that you're like really, really, really practice them. And then I don't know, maybe I'm not the best one to ask about this because I'm but I'm brutal on myself in like when I'm recording. Like I'll do it like one song will have, you know, the second take is good, and then you're like, it's not where I want it though. Perfect. Like I need it, you know, let's do the whole thing over and over and over again. And you know, I'm not saying that's the right way, but that's unfortunately that's how I do it, you know, where you're just kind of like recording all night. But definitely, you know, be patient. And this one I'm trying to be a little lighter on myself this time because I've been practicing a lot. So I'm like, you know, these takes are probably good. You know, like maybe like let's listen to them first before we decide to start from scratch. So
excellent.
Definitely practice, know what you're recording.
Exactly.
Be very attentive to quality. You know, the last thing you want to do is release it, and then on the release day, you hear 10 things. Yeah, but or even like 10 things that you could have done differently. It's not that you didn't know how to; it's just you rushed through it and missed it. Yeah. So yeah, just quality, time, preparation.
It's a balance because we want to push people to practice and to be ready and blah blah blah. Myself, my last album. It's been already several years.
You're due for a new one, right?
I'm in a new one. Yeah. I have some tracks already.
There you go.
But I recorded it in 3 days. You know, I didn't have money.
Oh my God.
I went to a studio. Everything was prepared. Practiced so many times, and I went in the studio and let's do it. You know.
Yeah.
I wanted to save me some time, to save some money, and blah blah blah. So a tip is definitely to practice a lot, know what you're doing, keep, and that's personal, leave 5% of improv of, let's see, maybe 1 or 2 feels.
Yeah.
Oh, they came out that way, no problem. And one tip also to balance also things is just finish your songs, finish your tracks, just finish them. It's endless. You could always change things. So you have to be wise also, and to be like, okay, I feel there could be more, but let's finish that one. Yeah. So have deadlines also to push you and to help you. It's a balance. Be professional, but relax. Finish your songs, but do not be satisfied too early.
No, it's good, it's done, and then you're like, this is not even close.
Exactly. It's a balance. It depends on who you are. Some people, they go in the studio and they keep composing in the studio because they have plenty of time, or they like it. And
I had a kind of a funny one earlier this week. Actually, when I was recording, I was like, you know, you rehearse these songs and you practice and you do this, and it's just for so long. And I was just like in between takes, just kind of messing around. I turned the metronome off. I was just kind of like just noodling, you know, you're just playing whatever. And in like 20 minutes, I had like this like really minimal but really cool like chorus, verse, and bridge. Nice. And I was sitting down. I was like, damn, I wish they were all that easy, man. Because you know, I was recording a song that I played live for a few months. I practiced a bunch, and then the easiest and best session of that night, the best part of that session that night, was this little song that's like almost finished now, and it's been you know, a half hour, 35, 40 minutes. So
excellent.
But anyway, so there, you know, songs will kind of come up in all different, you know, to what you said, they'll come up in all different shapes and sizes. But, you know, definitely I would say the worst thing you could do, unless you have like a home studio, is just kind of go in without a plan. You know, then you're just going to waste time and unfortunately waste money. And
lose your energy and motivation. And,
But yeah, I mean, best of luck with your album. They're a ton of work,
Yes.
but it's a
Good
very
luck, guys.
it's a very fun pursuit.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's do like two more.
Yeah.
John Valtez. I hope I'm saying that right. What are your hobbies outside of handpan? We asked this in our rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hang drum.
Hang drum. What are your... Hang on, bro. Check behind you. I think the lawsuit guy is there holding up a piece of paper.
Okay, you go first.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, music is the biggest part of my day, in terms of, there's a bunch of different stuff with, practicing, technical practice, songwriting. It's a whole thing. But outside of music, the last 2 years I got really into jiu-jitsu, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
I try to go 3 to 4 days a week. And yeah, it's become, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Are you familiar with the series that Amy Naylor did on her YouTube where she tries to practice?
Yes.
Did you see this? So
Amy Naylor, yeah.
Yeah, so she did, she does a series where she did David Kucherman first, where she does their practice routine for the week, just to see how it is. So she did an interview with me, so she's going to do my thing, I think next, or one of the next ones that she does. And she was asking about like what in the day, you do. Yeah. And I was telling her, I was like, the jiu-jitsu part of it, it's great for, your physical fitness and just to get out of the studio for a bit.
Yeah.
But it also, for me, man, it's put a lot of things like, we're here in the studio and complaining about, not even complaining, but just, oh man, there's so much to do and this is not clicking and this is not blah, blah, blah. And we just get so much in our head. And then you go to jiu-jitsu and it's like, you literally can't focus on any of that. Like for, if you're there for an hour or 2 hours or 3, whatever, you can't think about any of the stuff home. So it's like a nice reset. So yeah, for me it would be jiu-jitsu and, that's been my biggest one the last couple of months.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well then it's nice and it's really different from the handpan.
Yeah.
It's like my other hobby is guitar or whatever. It's totally different and it feeds in a way. It feeds also your health, and then also you're playing in a way, to go outside, to do things, to see people, and
it's super inspirational too because the people there are a lot of parallels between martial arts and for what we do. I mean, it's you have like you roll with these people and like what, today I did pretty good today. Like today I did pretty good, and then you roll against somebody who's been doing what you're doing for 15 years and you're like, I suck at this. I like these people are so much better than me. Yeah. And it's not like they're better, I'm leaving. It's like, this is cool that somebody can be that good, So in music too, it's like, we've been playing for, how long, 2000 handpan since 2009, drums since I was 10 years old, like how I feel about music is how somebody else is at this other thing. So it's inspiring. You see people good at stuff.
Exactly.
I'm inspired by, watching people who are just good at what they do.
Yeah.
And then they teach you how to do it, or try to anyway, obviously. Not
so
exactly.
Someone better than you, either it kills you or it inspires you. And some people, they are like, look, he's better than me. Come on, just be happy, enjoy his music or his art, his movements and stuff and techniques, and learn and be happy for the guy also. Come on, he plays good.
Exactly, man.
He
and
kicks good.
It's neat too because like in the jiu-jitsu world, a lot of, it seems anyway, like a big goal is like when people they get their black belts after 10, 12, sometimes longer years. It takes forever, but then they have their own school and they can support themselves doing. They're like what they pursued for the last 10 years is now how they support themselves. It's like in my head, I'm like, well, that sounds pretty familiar, like it's exactly what we're trying to do, like get good enough at something to support yourself doing it. And, you help people along the way and, try to build a community around you. Like all of the stuff that we do in music is what these people are doing in jiu-jitsu. So for me, it's a hobby and it's become like one of the most important things that I do.
Do you feel like you're missing it when you're not practicing? And
I would say yes, but it's almost like that. It feels like a void, when I'm not there, I have plenty to do when I'm here. But then when when I'm here and I know that like, all right, I'm going to class tonight from, 5:30 to 8:00. And it's like, I work super hard here so that I can leave and not stress. And then you come back and you're like, all right, let's go again. Like,
exactly,
I'm back. So,
that feeling after the gym or after sports or after whatever, that feeling you're like, I did good to go. I mean, it's nice. I'm done. I've done it.
But there are some people there, and thankfully, it's the gym that I go to. It's shout out North South Jiu Jitsu. They've built like a really nice community there. So nice. nobody's there to like actually hurt you.
Show off.
Yeah, they're not there to like actually hurt you. But I mean, it's always a possibility, which is stressful, especially fingers and wrists and stuff. Like I'm like, dude, I'm getting ready to go on tour, man. I'm a little nervous. So to your question, it's like when I'm not there, like there's a lot of like recovery too. Like when I get back here, there's certain days, man, where you just kind of sit on the couch and like everything hurts, bro. Like I'm so sore. Like, you have some of these, like you go have some of these rounds with these people who are, they're now like my friends, but it feels like you got in a car accident, bro. Like it's some of those, like, yeah, man. But, so yeah, I miss it when I'm not there, but it's not like I can't go 7 days a week. There's too much to do here. And I just don't, I'm not in that great of shape to do 7 days a week. I do what I do and I think that's good enough. So, but what about you? What are your hobbies outside?
Yeah, so I'm not a guy who has a lot of hobbies. I don't feel like I need to. I mean, I really. Okay, two things. I don't know if it's hobbies or things I do aside of Master the Handpan and Nanana. I like to hang out with people and to help them, and that I'm a pastor also. That's something people they don't know. I
didn't even know that.
Bro, you didn't know?
I just thought you volunteered at your church or something. I had no idea.
No,
I didn't know
I'm
you
a
were
pastor.
Huh.
Yeah. That's my second or third life.
Oh, man.
And by the way, things are changing a little bit because Master the Handpan is growing. My family is growing. Responsibilities at church are growing. So I'm like overwhelmed and I'm going to burn out soon.
Yeah.
So basically, church is a family and a community and a lot of people to take care and to hang out with and to help and to serve and blah, blah, blah. So I like just to sit with someone and to have real discussions. How are you doing? Life, couple, everything. So I like this. Linked to that, I read and study a lot theology. Mm-hmm. And now listeners are like, what? What?
Dude, I talk to you every day. I didn't know that you were an actual pastor. I thought you were just volunteering at the church. Or whatever.
Maybe I didn't say the name, but I have a lot of time dedicated to that. Reading. I read books, bro. I read. I love that. It's amazing. Theology is excellent. And I'm a believer and my faith is real. It's not like something from childhood or whatever. Yeah. So that's my hobbies and family, spending time with my family, my
you
two
have two
boys.
Kids, man. That was me.
It's a hobby because it really fills me. It feeds and fills me. I like it, and going outside with the kids and stuff. But I'm not a guy like I paint, I skydive, I whatever. No,
no time.
No time. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, you learn something new every day, man. I didn't know you were a pastor.
Yeah, I'm a Protestant pastor.
There you go. This one, there's no name. It's just a bunch of letters as their Instagram handle. I'm sorry. This is just a bunch of letters. But what has been your favorite place to travel to? Pretty good one. Yeah. I can go first. I mean, I live in the States. I'm American, but every time I go to Europe is amazing. And then for me, I think probably my favorite one. I mean, we've had a great time in France. The festival there was amazing, and we recorded the album together. And hot, yeah, dude. But no, the French people have been super nice to me every time I've been. It's been great. But I think my all-time favorite place to go is Ireland. I've seen, like I try every time I either tour Europe, I went to Ireland once for like an old job for like a week. They were like, oh, can you come and, it was like, 20 minutes a day was like the work in quotes. Like it was like 20, and then the rest of it was just, you're kind of just there, you're just enjoying the country and stuff. But, every time I go to Europe, I try to like stop by Ireland and just see a new part of the country. I think that's the people, the country itself is beautiful. And, every time I get to go there.
Your roots. Connecting to your roots, bro. Tell it, you are Irish.
Well, yeah, down, that's where my family comes from. But
you have some blood.
Yeah, but it's like kind of strange. Like, oh, you're Irish, but then you meet people who are like born and raised there. They're like, no, you're not. You're not. Like,
you're American.
So yeah, I don't want to piss anybody off. But I just love learning about the country and seeing all the parts of it. It's been great.
Yeah.
And then actually, Italy, man. Every time I've been to Italy has been. Maybe it's a little biased because Mumi too shows you such a good time. Like I think of all the people who have hosted me in every country or whatever, Mumi is the
best.
She's like the mayor of Italy.
Yeah.
Everywhere she knows like all the story of the place, the food to get, the people there. Like she knows everyone. She knows everything about the place.
Excellent.
So yeah, man, couple of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
Guess what, bro? You guys love Europe. I for sure love the States.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, you get in some trouble here with the fast food. That one day when we were in North Carolina, I don't think I've seen, like, I'm a bigger dude myself.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen people like anyone.
You've seen me at work.
I don't think I've seen anyone eat more fast food in a 24-hour window than you had in North Carolina.
Yeah, that we went to Taco Bell.
It was Burger King.
TGI.
It was Burger King, Wendy's, Arby's, and something else.
Arby's, those curly
in one day,
curly fries,
bro. Yeah, it was wild.
Okay, so that was an express fast food.
The IV
injection. Yeah. France is known for very, very good food.
Yeah.
And to be honest, burgers. Now we have those burger things. I mean, we used to have only McDonald's. Sorry, it's not that good. And I'm not saying Wendy's Baconator is better, but that was for the fun. But we only had McDonald's and another one named Quick. That's its name. And we only had recently, these last 5-7 years, some Burger King, but not in your town. I mean, sometimes you almost travel to get a Burger King. Yeah. Now Five Guys arrived in France, but we are not known to be burger guys. But a burger is good. And when I go in the US, I'm more like, hey, let's discover some fast food stuff, because at home, know that.
Yeah.
With my wife is really healthy. My family is really healthy. We eat very healthy and good food and stuff. So when you're abroad, you're like in vacation and you're in the States, you want to try some burgers. So this is why you've seen me always with burgers.
Man.
But if I was living over there, for sure, I would stop. But I love the US. I love the people out there. I know some people are like, nah, you don't know the US. This is why you like it.
You've been here a lot, though.
Yeah, bro. I've been playing, performing at this Dollywood thing for 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
And every time I was over there, 1 month of gigs and shows, and then 1 month of vacation. So I know a little bit, but I didn't. I don't stay there. And when you go to a country, you are amazed. Then you have a deception, and then you adapt, and then whatever. This little curve of traveling and settling up. But I love the States. I love the South. I love the people. I love the mentality. Good friends, good moments. And this country really resonates with me. I don't know the whole country and everything, but people are friendly, really hospitable.
Yeah,
hospitality.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to do things. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to bring you there. Let's this and that. I love that mentality. French, after work, they drink maybe a glass of wine, or at a bar, they have a little tapas and whatever, and they go home. It's home. And you guys, you don't have,
Yeah, there's like a lot of, it's like more like, let's go out together, and then
let's go out.
Yeah.
Let's go out. And people, and I know there could be some issues with that, but you guys grab a snack and hang out with friends outside. And no, we go back home in France with family. We have a proper meal. We stay at the table longer. And so it's good for me. I like also going over there and
Are you coming back
kind of
anytime soon?
No, please pay me a flight.
Bro, are you tapping?
Oh, sorry.
Are you tapping? Yeah. Hang on, sorry.
I was drumming on my microphone, guys. Sorry, that's a weird reflex.
We could just cut this out.
Do you remember at school this stop drumming on the table?
Yeah.
So to finish with the US, I don't know everything in the US for sure, but I really love it, and countrysides and people and everything. And that mentality really resonates with me. And one last thing that is really, people are happy to connect and to talk with. You go to the grocery store, and then you have that lady saying, "Oh, do you like those little things? Yeah, Reese's, we don't have them. I like them." And you talk, and this almost never happens in France. And just look at your houses. You guys don't have bushes on the side. You have your backyard next to the other guy, and next to the other guy, it's open. It's,
Yeah, well, I mean, some people have like, fences and stuff, but
fences,
where you were, like, if you were down in, like, I mean, when we used to do the Hangout US in like Asheville, like that's very much like open, like, grass.
The South.
Yeah.
I love the South. It's really open. You say hi to everyone. Yeah. And people will say it's superficial. Yeah, but it's cool. Just a few small talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, too, like, whenever, I'm sure they hear your accent too, and they're like, "Where are you from?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like, tell me everything about you.
You guys are superficial, but all those superficial daily talks and things with people makes your day cooler than in France. For me.
Are you coming back here anytime soon?
No, bro, I just want to do some festivals now again. So if you are a festival organizer and you want a rusty player composing a new album, I will have something to offer quite soon.
That's quite a marketing pitch. If anybody wants a rusty old player.
Yeah. I love to market myself this way. No, but yeah, just as a member, as a participant, I want to come soon.
Yeah. Dude, I'm coming to you.
Yeah,
we're
going to see each other.
I'm coming to Europe.
August.
I'll be there in like...
Yeah, and we need to talk about this week. You have kind of off.
We have kind of a week in between. But yeah, man, we'll be there for like 6 or 7 weeks. So I'll see a bunch of the European crew.
It's going to be cool.
It's going to be fun. But all right, man. Family episode number 2 is a wrap. And I think a success. This has been great.
It's a success. Yeah, sorry I've been a bit long on the US thing, but I love it.
Good, man. But yeah, to everybody listening, we just want to thank you for all your questions. And, keep commenting, keep listening and watching the episodes. We can't thank you enough. And yeah, Dave, what do you got?
I have to say that I love this. I love to have guests, but I like to be also just the two of us talking and answering these questions. I feel like we are covering different stuff, and also we have these little talks about, some daily stuff and things. I like it.
It's been fun, man.
Yeah, it is. But
the next episode will be with a guest. And we'll do another one of these pretty soon. Yes. So with that, keep rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. Tell your friends. 5 stars. There you go. Your one job. 5 stars.
Always.
But cool, man. See you next time.
Yeah, see you next time. Ciao, brother.